All right, so in this lesson, I'm going to share with you our KPI tracker template. KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator, which is a fancy way of just saying a stat. So ultimately, there's two systems that you need to kind of manage and keep control of your sales process. One was the CRM, which we just showed you, to keep an eye of all the prospects and keep notes about them. And two, this KPI tracker template is really to keep track of the numbers and the stats so you can really see how you're doing. So this is something that you want to just kind of keep record of for your business because A, you can use it to make sure you're holding yourself accountable to spending enough time and hitting the numbers you want to hit. But B, you can also see your progress. You can see, how many calls you've taken each month, how many deals you've closed, and then you can see, what's working, what's not. Because if you don't have that data, you're not going to know where to improve. And this also becomes really helpful if maybe later you delegate this process to somebody else or you hire salespeople for your business, because then you can actually keep track of their numbers and know exactly where they're at. So it's also going to become very helpful as your business grows. But let's dive into the sheet. So how this works is you would basically have one of these for each month. This is a monthly template. And what you want to do is first you want to fill out the columns that are relevant to your business. So on the left side where it says setter, that's basically, the lead generation and the appointment setting side of your business. So you track those stats. And then closing, you want to track those stats separately. So again, if it's, if you're doing both of those roles, that's fine. You just put your name at the top. But ultimately, when it comes to the lead generation side, there's inputs and then there's outputs you want to track. And the difference between an input and an input is something that you control. Like in this case, it'll be LinkedIn messages sent or emails sent. And an output would be a result, something that you don't control, such as, new leads or calls booked. So for most of you, those 4 columns should be fine. But if you're doing any other marketing outside of this, like maybe you're even calling on businesses, then make another column for whatever input you're doing. That way you can just track everything and really see what's working the best. Now again, the reason we separate out the inputs and the outputs is because you really just want to focus on getting good at the inputs. Again, we can't control the results, we can't control the outcomes, but if you can at least set good goals around your inputs, like how many emails you want to send each week, as long as you stick to that, then you can trust that the results will definitely take care of themselves. So fill out the inputs, fill out the outputs, and then to the right, you can actually track your sales process as well. So this is just an example here, but here we have, first calls taken, second calls booked, second calls taken, and then offers made. Offers made would mean you actually sat down with the prospect and made them a proposal or an offer. Because a lot of times you might meet with someone and you find out that, you're not really the right fit for them and you don't really come up with a proposal for them. So it's good to actually track how many people you're actually making offers to each week so you can see, if you're meeting with the right types of prospects. Because if you're meeting with 10 prospects a week and you only make an offer to 1 or 2 of them, then you probably need to change up who you're marketing to. And then on the right side, I have offer accepted, verbal commitment, and then last one would be deal closed, invoices paid. Just in our business, we track a deal being closed as the actual payments come in. That's just what we do for our records. That's what I recommend you do as well. But this could also be changed just based on how your sales process works or if you have any other stages. But for most of you, this should be just good enough. And yeah, basically, just like the CRM, you want to keep this open while you're working. That way, when a new lead comes in or a new deal gets closed, you just write it in the spreadsheet right away. Because again, if you do this once a week or once a month, you're going to forget a lot of these numbers. It's better to just to do this as you go. And then at the end of the month, you can see how you did each week. And on the weeks where you did really well, you got a lot more leads, a lot more calls booked. You can think okay, what did I do that week? What was it that made that week more successful than the others? And this is really where that, analyzing that data helps you out a lot. And then after you've been doing this for a while, it's pretty cool because you can look back to the past months or the last year and really see how your business went for the entire year and start to know, how you can optimize and improve it. So that's it for the KPI tracker template. Again, keep this and the CRM open while you're working. Add to it, log it as you go. Keeping organized is going to help you so much, so make sure that you stick with this right from the beginning and build a habit. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next lesson.